In the early part of the 20th century, Chinese wallflower Celosia became a real head-turner in American gardens. The John Lewis Childs Seed Company introduced the variety from China in 1915, calling it the showiest and most odd and novel garden flower. Childs even gave it a distinct scientific name, Celosia argentea childsi. Childs was a prominent seedsman with a particular affection for rare flowers. After starting his business around 1875, he also founded Floral Park, New York, on Long Island, and is credited with publishing the first seed catalog in America. His magazine, The Mayflower, dispensed gardening advice and drew an international following. Chinese wallflower could be found in many of the seed company catalogs of the day, from H.W. Buckbee's in northern Illinois to Mall's in Philadelphia. Customers raved about the huge blooms that lasted over a long season, and the plants earned praise for their hardiness.
I had a large bed of your wallflower plants along the sidewalk, some 200 plants, and it was a sight admired by thousands. Some 200 women asked me for your address. J.G. Combs, Wildwood, New Jersey.
The Chinese wallflower is just grand, and it's the admiration of the neighborhood. Though we've had frosts and everything else in the garden's been killed, the wallflower is still in all her glory. Dr. Carl Frittag, Chicago.
Your Chinese wallflower is a great success. My bed of it has been the first grown in Flat Rock. T.G. Morehouse, Flat Rock, North Carolina.
Unlike other Celosia varieties with their flame-like plumes or brain-shaped coxcombs, the blooms of Chinese wallflower really do resemble fluffy, tangled balls of yarn. Yet by the 1960s, this unique variety had all but disappeared from seed catalogs. Jere Gettle longed to reintroduce Chinese wallflower, but the seeds proved surprisingly elusive. Through our friends at Noguchi Seed Company in Japan, we were able to acquire a single pack of seeds from another Japanese seed company and grow them out. And they have not disappointed. Celosia is a member of the amaranth family. It's mainly cultivated as an ornamental in American gardens, but in parts of Africa, Asia, and South America, it's also a popular leafy green. The name Celosia is derived from the Greek word for burnt, which refers to the fiery colors of some cultivars like Chinese wallflower. Though its exact origins aren't known, it's thought that wild Celosia originated in the tropics of Asia and Africa. It came to Japan via China and the Korean peninsula during the Nara era between 710 and 794, at the same time that the influential Tang dynasty ruled in China. It was originally called Kala'ai in Japan. Traditionally, Celosia bloomed in red and yellow, but today you'll find varieties in shades of brilliant orange, purple, magenta, pink, and green. Celosia tolerates wet and dry soil and a lot of heat, though it prefers well-drained alkaline soil and moderate moisture. The seeds are photosensitive, meaning that they won't germinate in sunlight. It doesn't transplant well, and disturbing the roots will stunt its growth. But it sure can take the heat of summer. In the East African nation of Malawi, its name means eaten by lazy ones, a reference to just how carefree and prolific it is. In temperate zones, Celosia blooms from May to October. One of its many other names is Lagos spinach. Indeed, Celosia leaves have a distinctly spinach-like flavor with a hint of bitterness. In West Africa, a soup made from the leaves, young stems, and flowers is an everyday dish. The toothsome leaves are wonderful steamed or eaten raw in salads. In Japan, the young leaves and shoots are often tossed into a stir-fry with sesame oil, and we love to make tempura with them. As a bonus, they are really good for you. The leaves are high in beta-carotene and folic acid, and they also contain vitamin E, ascorbic acid, calcium, iron, and protein, as well as beta-cyanin, oxalic acid, and phytic acid. In traditional Chinese medicine, the seeds of Celosia argentea have cooling and sweet properties and are associated with the liver. They're used to boost eyesight and treat eye diseases, and science bears out that they also have antioxidant, anti-tumor, and immune-boosting properties as well. In Japan, the dried blossoms were crushed into powder and mixed with water to make a remedy for diarrhea. Celosia also provided a frequent subject for the painters of the prominent Kano school in Japan, established by Kano Masanobu in the 15th century. This 300-year-long Zen-inspired art movement favored landscapes and emphasized fine brushwork. Chinese wallflower is stunning planted en masse, but its beauty can be everlasting too. When cut fresh, the flower heads retain their color after drying, bringing a splash of summertime into wintertime arrangements. We are so happy to be bringing this incredible flower back from obscurity in America. Thanks so much for watching Seed Stories. We love bringing you the backstory on these amazing varieties. Be sure to click the subscribe button so you won't miss a single episode.